Something moves in the dark. For a fraction of a second, your whole body stops, not from fear, from something older than fear. That pause happens in a fraction of a second every time in every human being alive. It's not hesitation, it's not weakness, it's a distinct, separate step wired into your nervous system before the fight or flight part even switches on. Scientists call it the freeze response, and it happens first, always first, before your legs decide to run, before your fists decide to swing. Your entire body goes still, gathering information for somewhere between 1 and a few hundred milliseconds. That's faster than you can consciously think a single sentence. And it's not random. It's not your body failing to respond. It's your body responding exactly the way it was built to, in a sequence that hasn't changed in hundreds of thousands of years. So why freeze first when every second matters? Think about what a sudden threat actually looked like for most of human history. Something moves at the edge of the grass. You don't know what it is yet. You don't know how far away it is, which direction it's facing, or whether it's even noticed you. If you run immediately, you might be running straight toward it. You might reveal exactly where you are to something that hadn't spotted you yet. Movement is the single easiest thing for a predator's eyes to catch. Nearly every hunting animal on Earth is wired to notice motion before almost anything else. So freezing does something running can't. It keeps you invisible for one more moment, while your senses do something your legs can't do yet. Locate the threat exactly, direction, distance, speed, whether it's already coming for you or hasn't noticed you at all. That data has to come in before deciding what happens next actually makes sense, which is why the freeze isn't nothing. It's the most important half second of the entire response. Here's the part that surprises most people. During that freeze, your heart rate doesn't spike, it drops. Researchers have measured this directly. A brief slowing of the heart, right at the moment of first detecting danger, before the racing, adrenaline fueled surge everyone associates with fear even begins. It's sometimes called fear bradycardia, and it makes sense once you know what the freeze is actually for. A pounding heart is loud physically. It's a distraction, working against the exact stillness and sharpened attention your body needs in that first instant. So, evolution built in a brake, not an accelerator, for that first fraction of a second. Slow the heart, sharpen the senses, gather the data. Only after that does the surge hit. The fast heartbeat, the flood of adrenaline, the body finally committing to fight or flight, or in some cases, something else entirely. Because freeze isn't always followed by flight. Sometimes it's followed by fighting. Sometimes, if the data coming in says there's no way out, it's followed by something else, a kind of shutdown response, sometimes called fawn or collapse, where the body goes still in a completely different way, conserving itself for whatever comes next. Which brings up something a lot of people carry quietly and painfully for years. People who've lived through sudden violence, or an accident, or an assault, often describe the same thing afterward. They didn't fight, they didn't run, they just froze, and they've spent years feeling ashamed of that. But that response isn't a personal failure. It's not weakness, and it's not a choice. It's the exact same mechanism a rabbit uses when a hawk's shadow crosses the field. The exact same mechanism that kept human ancestors alive long enough to have descendants at all. The body did what it was built to do. It just wasn't built for a threat you can't outrun or outfight, because for most of the history that shaped it, freezing bought exactly the time it was supposed to buy. We like to imagine survival instinct as pure motion, fighting back, running fast. But the very first thing your body does when danger appears isn't movement at all. It's stillness, on purpose, gathering exactly what it needs before committing to anything. That pause isn't hesitation. It's the oldest, most tested part of the whole system. the part that had to work correctly every single time for there to be anyone left afterward to pass it down. You didn't fail to react. You reacted first, exactly the way you were built to.